Enlightenment is an empty prize for no one. It is far less and far greater than anything I could have imagined or wished for or believed. This perfection without imperfection, this love without lack, this life without other. Rain all night, sliding through broken gutters, overflowing down the windows. Liquid mirrors appear as I turn on the light. September pours down the canyon and into this song. Dark, still. My reflection in the window. Fingers slide over the keys. Through these words, a magical illusion of sharing this edgeless love appears. Fingers cannot touch themselves, yet they reach out, feathering. Sky wings seeking sky. There is no inside or out to this poem. Shadows of infinity slide through the darkness, illuminating light, deep, deep sadness, and excruciating joy. What is it like to be alive? What is this sound when the rain stops? When is the cherry tree not blooming? Rose petals falling into autumn, reds and pinks blossom in this rainy day song. Words paint tides of memory, washing empty beaches. Waves ebb and flow in cascades of moonlight. Seashells carry our heart songs back into the ocean, waiting. We are poems unraveling, light into light. Love's spontaneous combustion. We are a magical thought dream that spins our hearts and paints love into the obvious majesty of life, breathing itself, drinking itself, a brilliant intoxication, twirling, swirling, self-illumined river, this enchanted dream spell, dreaming itself. We are this river flowing through itself, river of love, river of madness, river of cool mountains sparkling in sun-flowered meadows, and towering pines drifting tears flood the canyon where reflections dance on sunset walls and golden clouds hover, burning into evening, all drowning in the current of love's impossible beauty. Love has no edges. She cannot leave or find herself or unsign her name, scrolling these words without ever seeing herself or hearing her own voice, burning her own incandescence. Love is all hearing, all seeing, all love. Such wondrousness of not knowing and not caring that nothing can be known, the amazement that there are no things at all, not even a big thing called knowing, that all assumed knowing is simply description and nothing can be pinpointed, like a dream floating through a dream. Yet vibrant and alive and wondrous, no matter what it looks and feels like. Clouds drift through the long, gray morning. Empty flower stalks are bent with rain. We can never read the back cover of our story or find a separate page. I am memories of petals falling and butterfly wings found on the sidewalk, capturing fireflies in a jar, and the tears when they died. The curtains are always closing on the light. This precious love seems to appear as reflections in our eyes. We exist as our aloneness. We are the exquisite longing to touch. A breeze, a leaf, a kiss of river. Starlight brushed my eyes with a dream of darkness. Every love song painted my heart, empty of light, empty of songs, empty of love. There was nothing left, not even echoes of echoes vibrating. My heart song was not mine. I could find no source nor destination for love. Reaching to grasp the fingerprint of time revealed only whirlpools of tears falling into sky. The walls of my heart dissolved again and again. No sound was left, nor silence. Without you I am not. Love is not. Love is. Petals falling, one by one, brushing starlight in our eyes. And these blank pages await the sunrise. What stirs in the dark but a heart on the edge of love? I am the longing to reach out like this. I am an echo of a song I heard long, long ago, far away across the horizon that could never actually divide love. Translucent ripples slide through invisible fingerprints, unwinding whirlpools of unspeakable wonder. Wetness cartwheeling through wetness, currents of rainbows flowing through infinite colors, falling into floating. This flow of life, this unbound love, cannot be pinpointed, as love's story engulfs all stories, burns even herself in her wild, untamed, beautiful, fatal dance. The utter nakedness of liquid perfection shatters the windows. Winged lace curtains fray into wind feathers, and all is soaring. Free beyond freedom or bondage, love drinks herself, tastes herself through your beautiful lips, your eyes, your heart that was never yours. This perfection without imperfection, this love without lack, this life without other. Bathed in ocean song, she was the kiss of waters flowing through their own wetness. Golden leaf falls through the sidewalk, wind erases the fingerprint of time. The comfort of endless tomorrows becomes a bed of nails. All is pierced with this inescapable nakedness, and there is not even nothing under the clothes of desire. Morning sun illuminates the tall trees, every leaf defined by the roundness of vowels. Whirling soundscapes across the garden. Hello, I love you, I am you. Dawn brushes the empty, timeless streets. Stars slide across these ancient eyes of shimmering. Songs swirl into a crazy dream of longing as I walk into the day. Shadows hide beneath my feet. Taillights burn their reflections as life ripples across the pavement, through the leftover sands, tossed into sky, stars burning, songs into our eyes. Poems tumble into the river of sighs, where sky tastes its own reflection, and songs hover in the absence of moon. Dreams carpet the sandy banks, petals gather under the drifting clouds. Dream dancers soar, suspended in the dream of things. Love is twined into your DNA. You can feel your heart singing. This inescapable symphony is the magic of life, simply singing like this, like this, like this. A silhouette of echoes breathes sound into sky and love into storybooks, where words slide off the pages and dissolve into moonless sky. You recognize love, not knowing how. You are love's recognition, nothing but a windowless mirror, flowers whispering a song of petals, blooming in lanterned light. In the wings of love there is no outside or inside, no one caressed by the softness of simply soaring. No direction or non-direction, space and time are merely words like sky. There are no clouds to disperse, no one to melt into love, no doors to shut or open. This indescribable flood of being pours through itself. Love's caress is ungraspable, unknowable, yet it is felt deeply. The death grip of tomorrow unwinds into words, into thought, into nothing at all. Ocean of air, of space, of endless sky, clouds bloom and dissolve. Patterns cannot be found or lost. Liquid softness, this arabesque of abstraction, cloud hands reach out, pour through beautiful empty arms, intimately love flowers and explodes into an infinite unknowing. We are petals of clouds dissolving into sky. Wind has no anchor, nor does this story of wind have any truth or falseness. This undeniable aliveness feels utterly still as it softly rushes, roaring, streaming, soaring, flowing, pouring oceans of dreams through infinite reflections of reflections. Dream boats sailing on phantom winds in a dream sea, going nowhere. Wild love streams through my window and lingers in these eyes that are but mirrors of transparent sky. Love pulled me into her infinite empty arms, erasing all colors, all shadow and light, and painted me into this dream spell where there is nothing but the enchantment of love floating in endless sky. Electric blues stream through rainbows of desire, fall through the prism of my heart, cascade into songs, burst into love letters that write themselves, exploding sound into silence, evaporating into sound, flowers falling, drifting through a long ago faraway dreamscape, across a horizon. Wind sings my name and I answer. It has always been love calling and answering. Doves feathered falling, ancient seas calling, spinning vaulted architecture. Web of dreams collapses into itself. No one awakens from the dream that they are. Infinitely, the heart expands to paint this world, love without end or beginning. I am a fingerprint of water, dissolved into its own wetness. Whorls and swirls and whirlpooling wonder paint my eyes, dissolving into their own reflection. Recognizing nothing and not even that. We are reflections of diamond sky, shimmering on a diamond sea. We are mirages dancing on imaginary horizons, trying to drink our own wetness. I am this astonishment of loving love. Just this breath, deeply, richly, fully alive, life breathes you as you are life, breathing, loving, weeping, just this song, painting time and space into an edgeless heart, slowly, softly, swirling, drifting, across a mirage of sun and dunes and wild winds, rippling into love letters, falling through our eyes into the rippling. Love is made up is all there is. There is no there is. There is no not. Suspended and dissolved as this elusive, obvious, sensuous aliveness, a forever never kiss of centerless love. What is the sound of midnight growing across the horizon? Morning weeps. No essence to be found in this ricocheting poem of meaningless words, simply these tears. Infinite winds collide and cancel each other's unique songs. There is no center that is wind-free, nor non-center that is not. And love grows and overflows all ideas of love, and blades of grass never slice the sun. Crazy lace of poems untangles the web of time and space. Reveal nothing in the middle except webs of thought, floating, timeless, spaceless, adorned with reflections of ideas called thoughts. Shafts of morning light bathe yesterday's footsteps in waves of nostalgia that loop through ancient songs of liquid memory that seem to have forgotten that there was a dance, where there was a dancer and music and a stage and footlights, and a tomorrow to reach and love to hold. Whirlpools sashay through reflections of wetness, fall through windowless mirrors. Sideless kisses bloom into their own ecstatic flowering of seamless wonder. What appears to be going on appears to be going on. Starlight dancing in starlight, echoes flowing through a labyrinth of echoes. There are no ears to hear, no eyes to taste, no lungs to breathe this all-encompassing light, this all-encompassing love. All sorrow, all joy, all stories are wind in wind. Hearts infinitely breaking the sound barrier of time and space, where the hush that no one sang is simply diamonds echoing in a diamond sky. Wings of light unfolding into light, naked, dreamlike brilliance, undeniably full and empty of other. Colors explode and merge and pour through rainbows and slide into this morning song of echoes. A million suns explode into their own light. A seamless, edgeless mirage of infinite fluidity cascades through a waterfall of unwritten love letters. All words fall apart, and not even silence or her echo is left. Nakedly intimate is this dream of utter unknowing. Footsteps seem to meander, but it is only petals of thought falling into the dreaming. Wild wind breathes down your neck, unscrews the tides from the ocean, flips over the words from this poem that sing wind into wings, invisibly soaring through endless sky, casting ripples across the horizon, where sky is not separate from sea, flying through unspeakable wonder, adorning these innocent eyes, washed away by love's nakedness, melting into the colors of wind. Suspended between the hush and luminous echoes, lost and found in midnight moon, spiraling across a star-strewn sky, dizzy in love with love, no longer looking for a center that does not exist, an edge to fall off, or a heaven to reach. There are no arms to hold this vast unknowable. No heart can embrace this love, as love is this beautiful, empty embrace, this sublime, edgeless heart, beating still. Blinded by your obvious beauty you will never see, love weeps softly, brushes us into sunset, bleeding. Stars collapsed into their own light, waves receded into their own wetness, love melted into her own embrace, and all was dark and all was light. As the thought stream has changed, and as all things, including thought, are created by the thought stream, which also paints you and me and love, I have changed considerably, and love is not what it used to be. Yet, this is a fairy tale of love without lovers, soaring through songs that paint the vastness and emptiness of time and space. This is an ephemeral dream floating in a dream not dreamt, a brocade of ancient moon, woven with reflections of reflections and pools of shimmering echoes, shattered into infinite starlight, streaming liquid dreams of psychedelic tears ache to fall through your chest. I seem to appear as a longing to share this impossible beauty, pouring transparent rainbows through oceans of sky, rippling the tides of silhouettes swallowed by poems of endless tomorrows abandoned, lapping on the shores of an edgeless sea. What is love? What is not love? This is a dream of love, yet there is no dreamer. This is a love without lovers. Love removes all imaginary boundaries between inside and outside, between you and me. It is immeasurable, vast, and infinitely intimate, everywhere and nowhere, everything and nothing. Love is centerless, edgeless, and indivisible. This is a falling in love so deeply that no separation is felt. A dance without dancers, music without musicians, spaciousness without space. No source or echo can be found for love. There is only love. There is no love. Softness of silver moon, dancing light, rippling feathers, caressed by long night winds, pausing, before dawn catches her breath and bursts into a splendorous amazement of colors, exploding and incomparable music soaring through all and everything. Transparent songs paint the wind as it dissolves into words falling through the bottomless depths of unparalleled wonder. Doves floating through these eyes, an enchantment of a dream girl, whirling, swirling kiss of light, a ballet with every step bathed in fresh, wide-eyed amazement. Calm breezes begin to rush down the canyon to fill in the hot desert below, all an endless mirage, meandering through the mind stream, subtly pouring through oceans of thought. Waves begin to form and dissolve. Softly whirlpools bathe this kaleidoscopic dream show. Shapes and colors seem to surface and drown, melting into their own dissolution. This obvious, ungraspable magic is these sourceless reflections of reflections, this astoundingly magical taste of taste. The hum of this obvious, elusive aliveness pours through its own sound barriers as the horizon crashes into its own sideways glance, untying a tsunami of love that washes the sea and sky and all and everything away, kisses you back into these turning, twisting, measureless rhythms, the heartbeat of existence, the thises and that's, that have no place or placelessness, no sound or taste or reflections. Love is echoes, breathing underwater. Pirouette of love spins you into her edgeless embrace, where you never entered or left, or were ever held at all. She spits you out in all directions until there is no direction, no home, nowhere to turn. Thought cannot guide you. It informs and outlines you with an exotic foreign script you cannot decipher. Thought reads you into a life of sorrow and joy that pours through the pages of a book that is neither bound nor free, dissolving all ideas of truth. Words unravel and reveal the utter emptiness of time and space. Excruciatingly wondrous is life's flowering and simultaneous extinction. Love's fatal kiss reveals her absence and the emptiness of all things. A vacant heart that was longing to be filled flows through the brokenness. Bits of broken glass scatter the dreamscape, mirroring infinite sky. Faces you used to recognize slide through reflections of ancient songs falling into an ocean of unknowing, as tides of future moons dissolve into their own echoes, splashing. Sky falls down, sweeps you into this bottomless kiss of words rushing through spirals, unfolding into this very song, floating wisps of dreams through your mind stream. Baseless, shimmering aliveness is subsumed by an undeniable peace, meandering through a dream spell, this infinite enchantment of love. I simply cannot tell the difference between thought and feeling in these songs that seem to flow through these fingertips, sliding across these smooth keys, singing this music that self-arises and self-releases. Words miraculously appear on a screen. The feeling of no-thingness pervades through even these words of love that appear to sing me, to caress me from the inside and out, and suspend me, dissolve me, edgeless, like petals softly falling, floating in spaceless space. That one half of a kiss, lingering on my lips, dissolved in this banquet of love. Petals of unimaginable softness fall, danced by wind and lanterned by moonlight. Exquisite, this incomparable richness of sound and light, this kaleidoscope of colors sliding through rainbows without a backbeat of time and space. This music that enchants and amazes. These drifting songs pouring across the great unknown, an edgeless universe explodes and implodes into itself. Flowing liquid galaxies of wonder, stars tumble and spin through a background that is painted by the songs that pour through this untamed garden of wonder. I am kissed and caressed into being by this thought stream, colored, dissolved, and anointed by words blooming and wilting simultaneously. These roaring, gently rippling rainbows unfolding and collapsing into an edgeless, diaphanous cloud of unknowing. Poems are heart wings, embracing this invisible lover's dream. It is only in this ballet of wonderment that there seem to be two dancing, or one enchanted girl dancing with her own reflection, sliding over the canyon walls, crashing into the unfathomable abyss no one can cross. This utter emptiness without emptiness, simply a wild-eyed kiss of madness that never had two sides. Balancing on the edge of moonlight, songs scatter reflections into your eyes. Shimmering tears, diamond waves rush and roar and easefully recede to where they never began. We are the songs of a seamless, edgeless, centerless sea, washed away in its own tides of unknowing. You can feel the unfathomable depth of her tears and her kisses floating through underwater skies. Love pours through its own echo. Reflections of ripples seem to shimmer and soar and erase themselves, suspended, without time or timelessness. Morning breathes light into the garden, illuminates the path where the gray cat wanders under sunflowers, golden showers spilling. My heart was never empty or full, as it was never mine. Love has no edges. An imaginary horizon cannot be crossed, and yet day and night seem to merge. We are imaginary lovers, constellations appearing to follow their own rhythms, pinpoints of light falling from imagined skies, floating just beyond the firmament, starlight dancing. Heaven and earth consume each other, leaving only a vault of empty sky. Unimaginable how intimate and vast this stark emptiness is. Not even the bones of the universe remain, no one true star to guide you. There is no horizon to cross, there is no other side. There is no path along this trail of broken hearts that can lead you back to love you have never left. Seekers are the belief that there is something to know, to get, to achieve. As when we are small, we firstly believe our parents know. Then we discover that they are just grown children with their own pimples and farts and tangling problems. So we look to philosophy or religion. Maybe they will feel that great ache to know, to capture, to understand this elusive magic of life. Then perhaps spiritual or non-duality will fill the bottomless emptiness that threatens to consume us and our world, but nothing will fill it or break the spell, as we are the spell, the enchantment, the magic we longed for. Echo clouds gather, surge and break, dissolving on the edge of the sea of unknowing. Love lost its reflection, bathing in yours. The trapdoor to unknowing is unlocked and the universe falls through, evaporating all befores and afters. Endless horizons untie their imaginary grasp on heaven and hell, and the lasso of thought that captured the waters and poured you into a standing wave unleashes the tsunami you could never prevent or run away from. You were always underwater, the breath of dream songs. Exquisite fluted wind bends time into a song, floating daydreams into night, and night into day. A sumptuous wave of heartbreakingly wondrous emotion drifts without a place to land. No words can pinpoint a dream within a dream, as all tongues sing this dream spell as they taste the breath of love, in dream time perfection without motion or stillness, subsumed in the great hush of never ever present eternity. Intoxicated with the ecstasy of this simple, untamed aliveness, primal songs explode and implode time into a spaceless space where infinite heartbeats pause in wonder and are filled again with wild, winged love. Soaring through the dream of flying may seem to separate one side from another. Feathers fall, dissolve into sky. But love is neither one flight nor many, nor one. Bird song flows through the garden, weaving light and shadow in a sumptuous three-dimensional carpet of songs, plummeting through the bottom of liquidity. Winds braid a soundless chorus of echoes, floating, falling through ideas of above and below. Imaginary horizons fall apart as sea falls endlessly through sky. The kiss of infinity dissolves your reflection. No source to these tides of seamless wonder can be found. Waves upon waves of unknowing dissolve the shores of this dream spell. All is washed away in the fatal embrace of eternity and timelessness. Transparent brilliance sears all shadow and light, burns the ashes of memory's gaze. A dream song of lovers twirling fades into this seamless beauty of echoes, breathing love into our eyes.